Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW Podcast. And I'm here alongside
the Simple Feet.
Tonight, we're talking limitless wrestling. Thrill of it all!
It is a big thrill ride when you go up north in the woods, Versace.
It always is. I
I
can't wait for this. It's been a while. It's been a long while for me since I've been up north. You have been up there a little bit sooner than me. We both didn't get up there on the last event. Let's just briefly talk. It was that, what is it, Too Hot to Handle?
Too Hot to Handle with the return of Main Zone, Scotty Too Hotty. Turn it up.
Yep, and you had referee Anthony Green?
Yeah, in the main event.
With Ace Romero.
And the Price City OG, Alec Price.
So, I mean, let's just briefly talk about that card really fast before we dive into all that's going to be coming up in this one.
It started off with the prestigious, victorious BRG World Class Shannon Thomas taking on the team of Mortor and Shane Mercer.
Wow. Well, I mean, I have to say, Mortor has become a monster. I just saw her photo today. He had Bobby Orlando Jr. hanging out of his mouth.
Oh, I know.
I mean, come on. He ate the goat. He ate the goat.
No one can eat Tom Brady.
He might be next. Mortar's very hungry, but that's going to be for a different show. But, okay, so you got Mortar, you got Mercer. We know about prestigious. World-class Shannon Thomas. He
is getting fed up with Alba's shenanigans.
I mean, honestly, so am I. I mean, come on, let's face it. I mean, this guy's supposed to be their manager. He's supposed to be taking care of them. And what's he off doing? He's down in Florida. He's down out here.
The Hardy compound.
Yeah, he's down in the Hardy compound playing with the Hardy boys. He's out here doing AEW stuff, talking WWE, doing big-time stuff. He's forgot about all his main people.
Here's the problem, Versace, with Mr. John Van Vick. Oh, I'm so sorry, John Alva. Here's the problem with that is when outside in New England, he's very nice, professional, kind of guy, like a reporter, but he starts acting all scared and so, selfish when he finds out you're a Limitless main fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. I get how he is out there. I get what he has to do, but I'm just saying. He's got a team. He has a team of very young, hungry guys. You got Shannon Thomas, okay, world class. You got Victorious, B.I.G. He's on a Sweet Victory Tour, this kid. Okay, you got one on a world class tour. You got one on a Sweet Victory Tour. And then you got the main attraction.
Who is the new Let's Wrestle champion?
Mag Daniels. So, I mean, come on. All these guys are going places. And where's Alba? Where's Alba? I mean, we see in other promotions what Channing Thomas does under, I like to call him Lord Bacabella. And Bacabella we trust. I know the main fans don't like him too much, but I gotta say, I'm a big fan.
And he's the only manager that likes the VSW podcast, Versace.
One of the only ones that we haven't had any issues with. So, yeah, all praise to the almighty Sidney Bacabella and anybody that he has managed and manages, And that includes
Mortor.
So that's an interesting matchup right there. But anyways, let's talk about this, though. You got this great tag team matchup that took place, and what happened without John Alba's presence?
Oh, they lost, Versace. Prestigious loss, and Shannon Thomas is getting so fed up.
You couldn't get it done. You just couldn't get it done.
Next match is the matchup between AG, he wrestled before he refed in the main event, versus Rat Daddy. Hey.
Some of these guys will be pulling triples or quadruple. I seen one wrestler one time pull 5 stars. He wrestled 5 times on the card. There was only 4 matches. I don't know how he did it.
I'm surprised he didn't wrestle himself, or did he?
He did in 1 match. That's what I'm saying. There was only 4 matches on the card. Guy wrestled 5 times. It's insane. Okay, though. So we had AG against who?
Rat Daddy.
Rat Daddy. Wow. That's a good matchup, though. I like it. I wish we went to this, man. Ugh.
Frickin' car.
I gotta get on. I gotta go to IWTV again now. I don't even, because, I've only seen highlights of all these. I gotta spend a day. But, okay, so, you got Rat Daddy, and you have Anthony Green. And, he's been hungry for that title. He was champion, lost it. I think he's still looking for it.
Yeah.
I mean, can he be trusted? Can he be? I mean, how's he going to be in that main event? But, Rad Daddy, we haven't really seen much of him in Limitless, personally.
I haven't seen him before. I've heard of him.
But, that's what's great about Limitless. They bring people in from all across the world.
To go in the middle of nowhere in Maine.
It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's in Yarmouth, Maine. And that's not that far in. You want to go real deep? Let's go to Let's Wrestle. We'll go deep into Maine.
I'm just saying compared to people from all over the world.
Oh, yeah, well.
And I'm looking for that sense.
In that sense, yes, sure.
He's a fanatic. He's got that Brian Pillman type mullet.
Oh, yeah. Mullets are big out there. You got him, Love Doug. You got all these guys. They got the mullets. They love the mullets.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big thing now.
Absolutely. And he pinned Anthony Green for Sachi.
What?
No.
He got the victory over AG?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. In Maine.
In Maine.
It's like one of AG's home promotions. Everywhere's AG's home promotion. He's the best. What's his new thing now? The best thing in wrestling?
Yeah, it's still the alternative.
Yeah, but all the posts said the best thing in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. He really does believe it.
Hopefully, I'm hoping to see a little bit of a heel turn in him.
Could happen.
It's well overdue. It was before the pandemic. We used to see him. He was heel in some. It was like 50-50. He wasn't so loved in Beyond.
Mm-mm.
Ava was the fan favorite, actually, there, believe it or not. That day
Yeah, I
we
remember
went.
that.
She brought in Oswald Project. Okay, so, I mean, AG took the L. Wow.
And the next match is, which was supposed to be the leader of the Scrunchy Squad, Becca versus Savannah Evans, but turned out to be Trisha Dora versus Savannah Evans.
Wow, that's a great matchup. Now, we saw Savannah Evans, me and you, when we were out at
We Are Wrestling.
Yeah, she was amazing. I mean, she's a force to be reckoned with. And
She
then we
fought
saw
Kylan King.
Yep, she did. Who was on AEW television.
Yeah.
And I remember
She is an Impact superstar, Savannah.
Yep. So you had that whole Impact versus AEW. I remember they were showing it, and we actually saw Trisha Dora there too. Mm-hmm. And she faced Darius Carter.
In a great match for the Pan-African Championship.
So, we're pretty familiar with both these women. We've also seen Trisha Dora and Beyond.
Wrestling their big shows and uncharted territory.
Yep. She's done great. And, she's, someone to really look up to in this industry as far as female wrestling. So this is a great matchup here. Savannah Evans versus Trisha Dora. Another match I wish I didn't miss live. Wow, really, really, really regretting not getting out there for this one.
Me neither.
Now that we're actually recapping it, wow. But okay, so I mean, two of the best in the industry. What are they doing? How did it go?
It went really well and Trisha Dora defeated Savannah Evans.
Really?
And this next match was the next co-main event, similar to the main event. It was the return, and you got the most professional wrestlers in Maine to make it the farthest out of the Pine Tree State. You got Turn It Up, former WWE superstar, former Too Cool member, Scotty Too Hardy, teaming up with Dirty Dongo, taking on the team of Art and Brad Cashew. Art is Aaron Rourke, the Dyed Piece, and the Smoke Show, Ricky Smokes.
I mean, we see them all the time in Chaotic. He's holding
But Brad Cashew is so different to Maine than he is around here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, he doesn't act half as smart in Chaotic than he does in Maine. But also, I mean, the fans love this guy around here. Let's face it, in Maine he's despised.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Aaron Rourke. He's holding on to the pin
An optic title, the Creative Pro title too.
He's been doing great things in wrestling all across the board. It's a great team up. Art's doing great things. You got Ava Everett overseas right now, holding a title as well. Congrats to Ava.
Mm-hmm.
She's
gonna come back to Maine better than ever someday.
Oh my God, she will. She'll be ripping apart that talent out when she comes back. She'll be the world champion.
Could
but
be.
This match here, and I'm just saying, like, this is great. This is a great up match. And Art, I'm really a fan of Art. I think it's a nice little stable.
Last time I saw Art, that Ricky Smokes tights had the Dunkin' Donuts logo color scheme in it, and people chanted, "We want Munchkins," and.
Well, yeah, I mean that happens. Well, I mean, hey, look at how
He's smoking that.
but look for how long P-Back rocked the solo jazz cup.
Make time.
But I think Art is a decent stable. I mean, I like it. It's a nice little stable. Okay, it's not as big and as bold as the unit, but they do hold dominance here, okay? And they're artsy wrestlers.
They did defeat the team of the Circus Ninjas.
They did. Okay, and how did they do then this night?
They lost to the main boys, Dirty Dango and Scarlett.
Well, I mean, you got two. I mean, let's face it. You got two former WWE guys.
One from the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era.
I mean, that's just the bottom line. If Stone Cold says so. But, no, honestly, you got two veterans in this game against some newer stars. And, they're going to take the loss. But I guarantee Art learned something in this matchup.
Absolutely. And Randy, for this show, dealt with a lot of people couldn't come in and everything.
Yeah, it happens.
But the next match is, let me guess. We weren't there, so we don't know for sure. It was right after intermission because it's a matchup between Iron Rip Bison and the blue-collar badass JD Drake.
Now, this is a great matchup, okay? We got to talk about this, though. We got to talk a little bit about all of this because it's really getting a lot of attention across our channel, across the board. First, let's talk a little bit about Rip. Rip's a great guy, dude. I love Rip. I love seeing him wrestle. We seen him on NCW. He's doing his thing in grind. We got to get out there. It's kind of hard with the traffic.
On a Friday night.
You know what I need? You know what I need to make it out to grind? And if they're listening, Perry Von Vicious, we need to work on getting me a monster truck so I can drive through the traffic so I can get to the show on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or Cassette's got to let us chill at his house for overnight so we can just wake up the next morning and be there.
Exactly.
One or the other. But
camp out
there somewhere near there. I don't know. But, okay. And you got JD Drake, the blue-collar badass.
And last time I saw him was he faced the Superstar Maker Challenger because he's sick of always putting people over. But it was lifted.
But...
And he hasn't been seen since. He goes to Jersey instead of going up north now.
Hey, there was a time that I used to go out to Jersey instead of going up north.
Yeah. All those tolls, man.
Tolls out.
He must love tolls like he loves everyone else.
He's probably got an easy pass. But I'm going to tell you something. Last time I saw G.D. Drake was about 10 minutes ago across my feed. He gave a really good match against Daniel Garcia.
That Vacation Land Cup, the co-main event.
It was a great match. One of the best of the night, right? Unbelievable. German suplex off the ropes. And I'm telling you, this is where it gets great. It's an absolute no-sell from J.D. Drake. He just no-sells it completely. Rolls up and just attacks Garcia.
And he says those days are over now in May.
Yeah. And, I don't know. This video's captured a lot of attention. It's in the millions of views right now.
Especially, I wonder with him and his Liberian friend, Pretty Peter Avalon, think about this.
I don't know. I mean, I want to know what Jim Cornette thinks about it. A lot of people are asking about Jim Cornette. I had one guy say on the podcast, you know what he said? He was like, if Putin pushed the button today and nuked, half of these indie guys would kick out of the rubble on before the third count. That's hilarious, if you ask me. It's probably true. Some of these guys could kick out. You see finisher after finisher. You see it in WWE, you see it here. But, at least in WWE, they sell and kick out. On here, they do not. And, this was a case of it. And, I try not to capture these things on purpose, but we have to just capture this. And, he was very acrobatic. He took the move from the top, But he knows so. He just bounced right up like it was nothing was happening. I just have to say, if you can get on there and you type it in, I think the video is something like Big Move by J.D. Drake. You'll be able to see.
It was very impressive.
It was an impressive move, and it was a great, but he no-sold it. And
let's see if he'll take that hit. But at the end of the day, Versace, it was, looking it up, it was him that got the last laugh over Iron Rip Bison.
Well, I think he would. Listen, it's going to be only a matter of time before J.D. Drake's going to have gold around his waist in Limitless. Say what you want to say about him. People can say...
It's a big triple threat match.
And that's where the other half of this. People can talk about all they want to say, and people can laugh and make jokes in the comment section about his no-selling and whatever, but at the end of the day, J.D. Drake is a very formidable opponent. Had Blackwood not interfered in their first confrontation, he would have been Limitless World Champion. Okay?
He already is on AEW. He teamed up with the Workhorsemen when we saw them the end of the year face MSP. They faced a team of John Moxley and Bryan Danielson trying to recruit. And they're trying to recruit talent to their stable with William Regal. What an honor that was.
It was. And,
So Randy's got the best talent in the world.
I really do believe that, I really do. I think he really gets the best in the world.
Speaking of best in the world, their future best in the world talent, it was a New England Pro Wrestling Academy showcase, too. You have Israeli superstar Gail Barkay versus the high-flying Randy Rivera.
Really?
Well, now the main fans reacted to him because the chaotic fans refer to him as Andy Dalton.
They call him Andy Dalton. They do not like him. But you got to remember, he literally, with the help of Paris Van Dale, blindsided Armani Chaos out there. And chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he entered in Limitless.
Must have been a great match. These guys work out with
these two are great. This is the future of pro wrestling in the New England area right here. Is going to be, Randy and Gal. And, Gal's got some new merch. I suggest people buy it. It's pretty cool shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I like this matchup. And I think it's pretty cool that they got on the Limitless card and it's not on like a Let's Wrestle.
That's amazing.
Because I feel like it's funny because I feel like if it was around here, it would be like a pre-show or it would be that showcase, and this is actually a match like on a card.
Yeah, second to last match too,
which is awesome.
There was Randy Rivera getting the victory.
Really, that's a great come up right there for him, and he's gonna be moving up. You're gonna see gold.
In a year or two, these two will be wrestling regularly up in Maine.
Oh, easily. Big things on the horizon for both of these guys. You're going to see gold around their waist in various promotions. You're going to see all sorts of things happening. Definitely two names to watch out for.
And the main event was the Limitless World Title Anything Goes match, because if you weren't there, Versace, but when Price defended against AC, everyone was shocked. That was the opening match, but it was for the reason because AC was knocking out referees and everything, and these two really former best friends don't like each other. The Price City OG, the defending Limitless with Anthony Green reffing against AC, baby.
Well, AC got new friends now. He's got JT Dunn, he's got Mike Werner, he's got Trigger the OG, he's got
Danny Miles,
Alicia Edwards. Come on, what's he want to hang out with Alec Price for?
Oh, I know it.
I get it. These two used to be on the Come Up together. It was on Let's Wrestle, I think. They did Pandemic in the Dojo. They did all sorts of different things together, but the end of the day, both of them have strayed from that friendship, and for different reasons. Alec Price on the course for greatness. He wanted that gold. He got it, and with that, he gained something that I don't think he was expecting, and that was the fans' respect. When that happened, literally instantaneously,
He's despised and beyond.
But he got despised by his friend AC Romero. Kind of like, when Hogan won the title, Andre the Giant kind of got a little bitter. Yeah, he was happy at first, but then he was bitter, and that's what, it kind of reminds me of. He's bitter. Because you know what? At the end of the day, AC Baby was, Maine's favorite son. They loved this guy from Saco. Okay?
Limitless original.
He was singing and dancing with all the fans.
Eddie Money.
He could have. He was talk of the town every show, and you know what? Where'd it get him? It got him nowhere. It didn't get any gold around his waist, and now he had to break away from all that, get away from all that fandom and all that shit, and get right down to business, and that is winning. And he, like I said, he's found new friends in this industry. He's redefined himself. He's dropped a lot of weight too. He's looking great out there. We're seeing a slimmer and a meaner AC Romero.
Absolutely. We're seeing him very mean. He wants that Limitless title for himself. And unfortunately, he didn't get it. But there was a hard-hitting match. Anthony Greed did call it. There was tables breaking. There was thumbtacks, I believe, from what I've seen.
Really? It was that bad, huh? Got into it, huh?
Because if you remember, Greenleaf went flying when AC Baby went on he came right last, and AC started to knock out referees when Alec Price in the last match accidentally striked one.
Oh boy!
I really do miss it up in the barn in Yarmouth.
Was it like that video? What goes up must come down.
Yeah, very similar.
Where the referee got popped into the air. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, what a show that we did miss, and that's where we're at now. Now coming into Limitless,
it's the thrill of it.
It is the thrill of it. Can't wait. I mean, we're going to try to get up there, obviously. We've had car issues. I can't guarantee anything anymore.
We'll definitely be there in April.
Yeah, by April, one way or the other, we should have something set up. Whether it'll be our driver or whatever, I don't know. Well, we're going to work on it, though.
Because I really miss there's no better feeling than going to Maine on Saturday.
No, and there's no better feeling than going to a Limitless Wrestling show. And I do miss it. It's been a while, and we're going to get back to it. So, but, there is a chance we get to this. I don't know. The thrill of it, though. So let's talk about, what do you got for me here, Disabled Wolf?
So we get the card. We're starting off with a big trios match. And it is the return of Emmy Award-winning John Van Vliet. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. He does that to us all when we...
Oh, boo. I mean, now that just made up my mind. I don't think my car's going to start at all now.
But I think he'll tap dance all the way.
I probably will. He'll be happy if we don't go.
He's so scared of me for
He's scared of us all. I challenged him 2 years ago to a
hot sauce
contest out, and
then I'm like, I was trying to introduce myself. He's like, you scram, get away.
Yeah, I got a photo with him somewhere. I might post it later. But then, he forgot all about that. I had to put him in his place about that. Then, I was going to do it again in Dallas, but, I mean, I think he pulled out of Dallas. And,
no one could. He was looking for
bookings
in Dallas. He was probably only $10 and no one wanted him.
I don't know. I'm surprised
he just interviewed the Hardys.
Why didn't you go to WrestleCon? I mean, they have Virgil.
Well, Chris Van Vliet will be at WrestleCon.
Yeah, Virgil's there. What's Virgil? $10. He can sit next to Virgil.
Yeah.
They can sell 8x10s. It'll be a great time. They can talk about wrestling. But I don't know. He hasn't been very nice to us, so I'm like, gloves off, dude.
Absolutely.
And he wants to be a manager.
I was very excited when we interviewed him, but thinking he was a huge sports fan. I'm a huge sports and wrestling fan. If you guys hadn't known, I'm a Boston, he's a New York fan, but I thought things were going to turn out great but that turned for the worse.
It sure did. And
I cannot wait till the main people do not like this guy at all. The chef's going to have Valva. We start a wave in Maine, folks. Alba's a huge fan of the wave at sporting events.
Nah, he loves it. He loves it. This
Oh,
guy.
man.
You know, I don't know. I mean, all I know is this. You know, when it comes to the VSW, we seem to have a problem with
Managers.
Except
Sidney Bacabella.
Sidney Bacabella is the only one, and you know what? From now on, I'm gonna be the only one I can respect. Chad Epic ain't bad.
But he tried to charge me a pop-up for the Sting figure. $40 for me, 100. What a guy.
Oh, what a steal that is, huh?
He is the last great professional manager.
Chad Epic still owes me a free bottle of hot sauce he promised me like 2 years ago, too. I'm waiting on that, buddy. But, that's kind of like the sticker I'm waiting from, Kilgore from ordering that pay-per-view. I'm still waiting on that one, too.
So you got Shannon Thomas getting a little fed up with Alba's
Well, he should be, because now he's being managed by a real manager, Sidney Bacabella. You know, like I said, this guy's managed the Devastation Corporation. He's managed Slaughterhouse. Okay, he's
the
people
director
to the
of
top.
fun.
He was the director
He's
of
very
fun.
accommodating in camp.
What he's done in Chikara and across the nation, he's done great work in wrestling. What he did in the Texas territories is amazing. What he's done across the top rope is amazing. This guy is taking superstars right to the very top of the industry, and he's going to do that with world-class Channing Thomas. That's without doubt. Now, where does that leave prestigious? You know, Alba. Where's that do with these guys?
They are facing the team of one of my favorite trios, the Circus Ninjas of the main event, Jay Line and ringleader Midas, and the Samurai Nolo Catino.
That's going to be a good matchup, and you got a really good team here, okay? And honestly, the Circus Ninjas are solid.
Last time they were in Maine, they did get screwed out of victory by Art.
They did, but that doesn't matter. They're a solid team, and they work very well together as a trios. Now, you're gonna have the full trios, I'm guessing, all 3-on-3. So, you know,
maybe Shannon walks out.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what I'm trying to get to. These guys haven't worked a trios match in a minute. They've been doing tags.
Yeah.
Okay, tag matches. The last match we talked about where they lost in the last show was a tag match. Only 2 of them. Mm-hmm. When you went show 2, I think it was only 2 of them.
Exactly.
I haven't seen all 3 of them together in a while. Since they broke up. Since Alba got booted off. So, how good are they going to be together? That's what I'm wondering. Circus Ninjas, I know, are solid. Yes, they might have gotten screwed out of that.
Don't forget, Mac Daniels turned on Shannon Thomas in that Let's Wrestle Battle Royal, and he eventually became the Let's Wrestle champion.
Well, that's the other thing. And had John Alba been... Was John Alba there? No. Had John Alba been there, maybe they would have worked out a deal. Because you know what? At the end of the day, maybe Shannon Thomas would have been a better a better Let's Wrestle
Honestly,
champion.
I want it. If I can't be facing Alba, I want Sidney to be there. Maybe he can be a face with Shannon Thomas and take on Mac Daniels and BRG.
Well, that's some big news because, you know, after Sunday, it's going to be a big deal. You're going to have some training on you, but you're going to that New England All-Pro
That's why
Academy
we may not
fantasy
be committal to Saturday.
I'm going to be going there Sunday as well, and, you know, that maybe you can challenge John Alba at a Let's Wrestle.
I got some ideas, but I'll wait. The longer we go and we do see him, I expect a lot of rudeness, so...
Yeah,
I got
like I said, we have problems with these managers besides him. The last manager called you the R word for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah, right.
NCW. Called it right to your face and then mocked you. You know how your name's disable. Well, if he calls you the R word and then mocks you, you know how disrespectful that's insane. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, we don't really hold that to him either. And like I said, I'm not gonna hold the rudeness of Alba. Remember, he promised in an interview, he said he'd give us one of the boys. He never even got back to me.
He didn't even look at us in the anniversary show.
Nah.
And he was crying Versace when Davey's team beat him.
I'm paid for that match, didn't we? Didn't we sponsor that match?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. But, anyways, you know, like I said, and then there's been other managers, too, I feel like, that we've had issues with. Doc Ozone, cool, though. He's a cool manager. And Steve the Turtle. We never had any issues with Steve the Turtle.
And, yeah.
But
now you ready to move on, Versace?
Yeah,
I do think that Circus Ninjas is going to pull off. Either Shannon walks out or they turn on Shannon. The same way they...
I don't think they're going to turn. I just don't think the chemistry is going to be there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And you know what? Maybe Mac Daniels turns on both of them. I don't know. Maybe John Alba has other plans.
He says he's trying to make things right for Shannon. But
yeah, how are you going to make that right? There's only one less wrestle champion. I mean, there's no tag team champion. There's no way to make that right. He stole from Shannon Thomas, and I mean, honestly, if I was Shannon, I'd go my own way. I'd make Sydney. I'd make Randy Kava pay Sydney's booking cost and just bring him up to Maine and manage me. If I was, world class Shannon Thomas, that's what I would do. But let's move on now, shall we?
You got Art returns to tag team action, not against an opponent on now. I think it's going to be MSP.
Is it all three of Art?
Two of them.
Art. Oh yeah,
Smokes and Rock.
Because Ava's still in overseas.
And they're going to want some revenge after losing to that big tag match.
MSP. Are they scheduled? First of all, is there any other shows that Saturday? Is there any other shows?
Not that I know of. The Blitz is a Friday show, which they surprisingly took over Limitless. But they won tag gold, so.
Oh, the last time.
That they conflicted.
Yeah,
You got 3 shows the night before. You got NCW, you got Chaotic and Tewksbury makeup show.
And then you got the Blitzkrieg Pro show. Oh, so it could be MSP for sure. They're your local tag team favorites, and they're on a mission to prove why they're the best tag team in the main region. They want Randy to issue some gold, That would be a good call. I'm not.
I don't think it's gonna be Slaughterhouse because they do have the school the next day.
Yes, I don't think that. I'm just trying to think what other tag teams I would normally.
Maybe a surprise return from the competition.
No, I think Connor Murphy is still injured. I believe. I don't think that's happening. Is JD Drake on the card already?
And now number 1 triple threat contender.
Okay, so it ain't the Workhorsemen. That's what I'm trying to say. Normally, I would say a surprise tag team would be the main event. You could have a makeshift tag team, some superstars thrown together, but you're probably right. It'll be MSP. I could see MSP and Ricky Smokes and Aaron Rourke. I could see the chemistry between those 4.
And for them to miss a Limitless show, last one, the fans are going to be dying for them to come back.
They'll be wild to see them. And, yeah, I could see this making it work. I could see it happening. Yeah, that's a good call.
Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, I am.
So you got, speaking of Art, they lost a 3-on-2 handicap match. You got Brad Cash, who BU's graduate, taking on the Lucha Libre guy of Ichiban. I've heard of this guy. It would be the first, if we get there, it'd be the first time I've seen him wrestle.
Yeah, I haven't seen him wrestle live. I have heard, though. I have heard. And this will be a good matchup, though, huh?
He's from New Japan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At least I believe.
That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a pretty fast-paced match.
I'm thinking of the Legend.
Who are you thinking of?
Guy, because I saw an article with Hogan and stuff.
Nah, it's not that itchy band guy. How old do you think he is?
Oh, he's a young guy. This one.
Yeah.
I got the wrong one mixed up for Sach.
Well, get your character straight.
Can't when I'm thinking of that guy, Mr. Van Vliet.
That's what happened. You were doing fine. I gave you a hit. Now you're trying to keep up with me. Your mind's gone to space. That's why they call this tangerine dream. You're getting dreamy.
Yeah, when I work and people look at me funny, when we think of crazy managers,
Speaking of crazy managers, did you hear what they're going to have me doing? They're going to have me managing. I'm managing Tough Daddy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I am at a show.
Really?
April 9th.
Ooh.
In Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Maybe you'll have the Six Flags guy with Old Man dance for you guys.
Yep. Bay State Championship Wrestling. It's going to be a 15-man battle royal for number 1 contendership for the title. My man Tough Daddy's gonna be in there. He said, "I need someone to manage me. I need someone to come out and represent me. I need
They
someone
could
to
give
be my
these guys a
mouthpiece."
run for their money.
He said, "I need someone to be my mouthpiece." And you know what? He said to me, he said, "There's nobody I'd rather want out there than the Versace Stoner. I want you to bring your charm."
At least someone wants this.
Oh yeah. So I'm going out there. I'm gonna bring him out there. I'm gonna show the world what Tough Daddy can do. How crazy and insane this guy can be. I mean, he's hardcore to the max. And he's going to do great and wonderful things out there in Chicopee on April 9th. But yes, I will be in managerial action that day. So back to this match. Who do you think's going to win this?
I honestly think Brad Cash is going to win. He's going to be heated being a bear.
I think he'll draw more heat. Let him win. Brad Cash is a great superstar.
And this guy's been appearing at Let's Wrestle, a Wrestling Open Ichiban. He's a young, fresh talent.
He is, but Brad Cash is a fresh young talent that's very on his way to stardom. I mean, he's already held Cold and Chaotic. I mean, he's doing great things.
And he's really educated from BU, where AEW is going to be in a few weeks.
Can't wait for that show. We'll be there catching all that action.
And this is a big match. Not only did Randy get one big name, you get two big names. You get the former, it's called a Clash of Styles match, former NXT North American Champion Bronson Reed, now known as Jonah, taking on Speedball Mike Bailey.
Wow.
What a treat.
That's a great matchup. My God.
And Brandy went above weight. But there are some people, bums, that I think they're worth $100 when guys like this get to go to Maine.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's insane.
These guys are worth the price, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Wow, what a matchup this is going to be. I mean, you're talking former NXT people. You're throwing huge names at me here.
Speedball Mike Bailey's a huge black belt legend in the indie scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and
he's on Impact.
That's what I'm saying, I think he's gonna just,
in the X division.
He's gonna dazzle the fans, and then, that's what's great about Limitless. Randy ceases to never stop dazzling
and he's
the
in
fans.
GCW too.
He never stops dazzling the fans. Every match gets better. Every card gets bigger.
And the prices are only $20 and $40.
Price stays the same. Prices never go up. He never changes the price. Mm-hmm. Okay, and plus he got new sponsorship packages. You can pay a little extra. You can do some things. You get some free tickets, but a table. You can sell your merch. You can get, I think, banners put up. You can do all sorts of things. I think we're gonna do some stuff later on in the year.
Definitely in the summer.
Yeah, especially when we know we
get
can
some stuff back,
and we know we can be there for sure.
That's the reason why we're not sponsoring, because I don't want to sponsor stuff we may or may not be there.
Yeah, I hate going sponsoring shows that I'm not going to be at. I don't like to do that. But yeah, I this is a Randy Carver making like a dream match here, and this is going to be great.
Absolutely, but I do think that Jonah's going to take the victory here.
That's a good call. I mean,
Speedball Mike Bailey's all over the place too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough of the chemistry to really say. I mean, I think what you're saying makes sense. I mean, you got the bigger guy there. And if he capitalizes on, Speedball's kind of just not being, like you said, all over the place, then, yeah, I mean, I think you're going to be right. I think Jonah's going to take the victory.
Are you ready to move on?
Yes.
We got a female match, a singles match, between the person who finally makes it up to Yarmouth. They were in this Harmon Main shows before. The Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich, taking on the God Queen of newly singles wrestler, Delmy XO.
I saw Delmy in NCW.
She had a new vicious side to her.
Her vicious side is a great side. She is amazing, but the Russian Dynamite. I mean, come on. Does anybody get any better than Masha Slamovich? I mean,
making her rounds in Impact, NWA.
Go ask Tony Spencer about Masha Slamovich, and he'll tell you an earful. But anyways, I mean, we've seen her do amazing matches. She's hard hitting. She has a hard attitude. She's just an all around.
She doesn't give a
badass.
shit if you like her or hate her.
Nope, she don't care one way or the other. She's there just to do one thing, and that's beat the hell out of you. So, I mean, I can respect that, and her being a female even more. It just, like I said, she's very vicious. I've got bunches and bunches of shorts up of Masha, and there's this one clip of like she's ready to shake somebody's hand. This is out of Beyond, mind you. It was, I believe, their first or second show when they came back from the pandemic. She goes to shake their hand, and instead she gives them the girl the finger, and basically just gives her like a stunner or something. Screws her over completely.
She had this amazing match in Heavy Lies the Crown on Wrestleville with Kimberly, and the hardcore fans bring a weapons match.
Yep, and that's the thing. She wants to get in, I think, to the hardcore scene. She has a mutual friend of mine, Alex Naviov. He's a deathmatch fighter in Russia. This guy is amazing. I think he also goes by the name of like Lights Lube Lover. He's amazing though. I mean, this guy does some of the most hardcore spots. He's bleeding everywhere. I mean, he's glass, barbed wire, whatever it is. Pain isn't, one man's pain is another's pleasure in this game. I feel like sometimes, and this guy's gets it, But yeah, she's a very dangerous adversary. So I don't know how it's gonna be. Like I said, if Tommy has that new killer attitude, it's gonna be a clash. This is gonna be a war.
The typical C-star with her sister Ashley.
No, it's gonna be a war. Okay, these two are gonna be trying to kill each other.
And I think Masha will take the victory here.
I think, yeah, but it's not gonna be easy.
Not at all.
No.
Now you ready to move on?
I sure am.
You got a first time ever match. Be prepared for this match. Two people who are badasses in their own right. You got Beef the Freak taking on Slade.
Beef the Freak versus Slade.
He finally got his victory over Charles Mason in that dog collar match. You missed it. It was a hell of a match. But Slade also took on Ripper that same night.
That's crazy.
These guys, Randy needs to have no disqualification rules for this.
So now you have
two animals getting at it with each other.
Slade versus who again?
Beef.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is. I don't know if they're gonna have to bring in security. Beef's a wild animal as it is. I don't know if you follow him on social media. I follow him on Twitter, and this guy, he's not one to play around. And then you got Slade, from Rikers Island. This guy's straight from jail. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. I definitely wouldn't want to meet him in a wrestling ring. And, we've seen a great matchup between, like someone like Rip Bison versus Big Beef. But this is going to be different. This is going to be a war.
Oh, absolutely. A huge war, Versace, between these two. They may need another match or two in the future.
Oh, it might boil down to that. It might turn into a real feud here.
Because if it's not a stipulation, they're going to face each other again with a hardcore stipulation.
Yeah, and make it even more hardcore.
Instead of killing the scene, I want to see him on TV at some point.
Oh, yeah. We will. I'm sure we will.
But I do think Slade is going to take the victory from Beef, but it can go either way. Don't quote me on that.
It could. I mean, both are favored in man. I feel both, Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it's going to be Big Beef with the victory.
And are you ready to move on?
I am.
I don't know if this is a title match or not, but I assume there is a Limitless Championship match. You got the Prize City OG defending it over the biggest victory, two of his biggest victories of his career, taking on Brian Keefe. Randy's been pulling out all the stops of this card.
I'm a big Brian fan, okay? This guy
Brian Keefe?
Yep, big Brian Keefe fan. I watched once I saw the match be announced. I watched a bunch of the matches and went back and saw. He's pulling out names that we don't get to see every day, and that's what I love about limitless wrestling.
Like,
So it draws me in.
For people that complain it's a far ride, we have car issues, so we have an excuse. But if you're a real wrestling fan, you gotta make your way out to
It's
me.
a far ride, yeah, but it's a well worth far ride. Sure,
It's
you
not-
go out there, you hit the dispenser, you'll already save $100 just by going there. Then you go, grab yourself a bite to eat, get yourself to the show, have yourself a good time. The fan base is amazing. The wrestlers will come out, they meet and greet with you, they'll get your photos, they'll sign your merch, they'll do whatever you want. That's a good time too, and then you get great wrestling like this. Limitless is a must, for any wrestling fan.
Oh, I know it. Like, I think Prize OG is obviously gonna pull this off. Because he needs to look strong
I don't
before.
think he's done yet. He's not done with that world championship yet. He's gonna continue to keep
Kid,
defending it.
He's his best when he's at Limitless. I don't care what any. He's phenomenal at Beyond. He's great at Chaotic when he is there, even though he's not showcased enough.
No, but this is where he really shines out here in Limitless. You're right. And I can't wait for it.
Absolutely. I read him moving on to most likely the main event.
Yeah.
You got a triple threat #1 contenders match for Sachi.
Really?
Between Iron Rip Bison, the blue collar badass JD Drake, and the alternative Anthony Green.
Wow.
What a match that will be. And for a triple threat match, anything goes, no rules.
You gotta wonder if they like. You gotta wonder if, with all the star power, right?
Yeah.
You gotta wonder if they open up with like the world title match.
Well, they did for the few shows ago. Last one I went to.
Because if the top talent is being
This would be a perfect
if the
match
talent
too.
gotta leave early, some of the talent gotta leave early, then they might do that. I'm just saying because you got a lot of star power in this match, and then you got all those names that we don't see every day, and then now you got this match you're talking about. I forgot all about this. Yeah, it could easily happen. You do got the blue collar bass. You got Rip Bison. Rip Bison would make a great Limitless world champion. JD Drake has been trying to get that world title for a minute, and
He failed against Garcia. He lost in WrestleVille against Alec Price.
It's twice though, and that's the thing. It keeps slipping through his hands. He's not having any success. Then you got Anthony Green. He wants to be 3-time Limitless world champion. I don't think he was ready to lose it to Alec Price when he did. You know what I mean?
I know, and I think if AG pulls this off, I think you are going to see that heel turn.
I hope so. I really do. I think he's going to be a meaner, greener Anthony Green is going to be wild, but it's going to be what we need, okay? He has all the mentalities of it. He can do it. I know it. He doesn't have to be so nice to everybody. He doesn't have to be, It's not getting him anywhere. It's not. He's been, like I said, to NXT. And, it wasn't he? It was 205 Live, I believe they really it was WWE's biggest mistake was letting that kid go.
Absolutely. He's killing it in the scene wherever he gets.
But in this, I don't know. I think it's going to be, to be honest, I think it's going to be Rip Bison.
I think it is going to be AG.
I think it's going to be Rip, and I think they're going to give Rip a push towards that title. He hasn't had a title shot. But he's been having killer matches.
He is getting a Let's Wrestle title shot against the main attraction.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he goes there, but I don't know. I just feel like, if AG wins, that would be a great thing, too. I'm just trying to think, what they're trying to build for storylines. If he's already in Let's Wrestle, that's right. I keep forgetting Let's Wrestle is back. That's like their sister show. And, Rip is it's kind of where he, got his roots out there. Was at Let's Wrestle. So, I don't know. If Anthony Green wins again, then we see another Anthony Green versus Alec Price match, and if Anthony Green's got to win that one, right? So then
do it again.
Then he'll become 3-time world champion. That's fine. I dig it, but
Or maybe Ripper turns heel and you see him face.
that's my other thing. I might.
They already did.
That's my other thing. Rip's never gotten a title shot.
They already did JD Drake versus Price in Wrestleville.
They did. I remember.
That was a great match
It
to
was.
start off the year.
That was a good. That was a great fun time, Rustable. What a great concept, and I'm glad they're gonna do more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see who's gonna win this match to save Wolf,
We really are.
because it could come right down to anybody in it. So, wow, what a great card it's gonna be. Like I said, and I mean, if we get out there, hopefully we do. If not, the next show for sure.
Definitely the
I just
next
really,
show,
like I said, I miss going to Limitless.
Really do. It's a great time.
It's a
Great stress
time.
reliever.
Really is. Has a lot of.
Especially we'll get to see our best buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. John Alba.
All right, folks. So, thank you. Enjoy Limitless this weekend. Great weekend of indie action, especially Friday night. You got a bunch of options in New England, but you got the thrill of it on Saturday.
That is indeed correct, sir. And you know what? It's gonna be a thrilling ride. We're gonna try to get out there. So, but if we don't, I wish all the wrestlers as always the best, and I can't wait to see everybody back soon. We'll be doing more podcasts later this week, as
Next week we got WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. We're gonna be doing a bunch of specials.
We're gonna do
WWE specials. We're gonna be talking
we
about
got
some of-
2K22.
We got 2K22 gaming coming up. We're gonna be talking about some of our favorite WrestleMania moments. We're gonna be doing questions and answers. We're gonna be all sorts of things, some panels.
We'll
even.
preview night 1 and night 2 respectively.
Yes, we will. It's gonna be a great time. So just stay watching.
And look out for the Wolfcast to come back.
That will
Both
be
Bruins
making
and
its return.
Celtics are on fire.
Yep. And maybe you can ask that ECW 5 guy on Twitter.
Rocco.
He wants he's a Bruins fan. Maybe you guys could talk Bruins on